Happy June. It is June the 4th, 2026, the Take 3 Wrestling Podcast. We're riding horseman style into fabulous Minneapolis, Minnesota. As you can tell, if you've clicked the button or if you've joined us live, the name of the show this week is Mapping Out Minneapolis. It's because it's time for the Summerfest preview. I teased this on last week's show. We talked about it, mapping out where things would be for the two-night Summerfest coming up in the month of August from beautiful U.S. Bank Arena. Is it arena or is it stadium?
Stadium. Forgot to unmute myself.
That'll do it.
I'll do it.
So Joe will be with us momentarily. We are going to preview. We're going to map out our Summerfest post Clash Italia.
Okay.
Obviously, we'll talk the main event pictures, the King of the Ring, because that started. Because that'll be determined on who will defend or who will face one of the two champions at the Summerfest. We'll talk about the women's divisions. We'll see if we get a tag title match on any of our shows. Now, I will say we did not do this before the show started. So Joe is coming in blind per se. Okay. Do we want to make one two-night super card or do we want to do our own individual cards? I have my own.
I have my own individual. So, I mean, if we want to try to like create the official Take 3,
I think we should try to do the official Take 3 card because we technically don't have nothing else on the slate tonight. There isn't a lot to really dive into in the world of professional wrestling. Like we can talk Clash Italy a little. I think we'll do that more in Wrestlers of the Week like we always do with some people that walked away from certain matches victorious with titles.
Yes.
So I don't know that we have to dig deep into the Italia talk. Before we do go into the Summerfest, though, and I was kind of hoping Joe would be here a little rapido today because I wanted to talk Mask versus Mask, Lucha Daisy Fuentes. That's Joe Lopez's. That's Joe Lopez's way of saying Lucha de la Puentes, Mask versus Mask. Because Joe saying words is almost effective as Jim trying to say Lyra Valkyria for a while.
Yeah, which I've gotten infinitely better at. So there's still hope for all of us.
I mean, it's probably hard to be any worse than Lyra Bacteria.
Oh, man, that was tough.
That was a challenge for a while.
Yeah.
At points, I just wanted you to do the previews just so I could hear you try to pronunciate the names.
Because like I think the issue was like my brain knew her first name was Lyra.
Mm-hmm.
And like, so then I think my brain was trying to do like Lyra Valkyra, like, but like, you know, and then like, then I knew it wasn't that. And then my brain wanted to keep going Lyra Valkyrie, but that wasn't it either. So like when I kept trying to like get to the right name from both of them and it just kept not working a lot.
Yeah, you were like
it struggled.
This don't work for me, Jack.
Yeah, the brain wasn't braining at all.
So I watched the Mask versus Mask match first. I fast forwarded to that match to watch that match while I was let's see, I put it this the correct way. All the way live. Because that was a match that I knew I wanted to give all to most of my genuine attention to out of that show. Now, did I want to watch some of the other matches? Sure. But that was one that I circled and said, okay, I got to be up. I got to be ready to go. I got to all the way for this one. And then I went back and watched the entire show. That show, top to bottom, may be the best show WWE's name's been attached to since WrestleMania 40.
Wow. Okay.
The in-ring work, I mean, even and no offense, the War Raiders, back when they were Hanson and Rowe in WWE in Ring of Honor were really really great in ring. But this watered down version of the two of them that have been there since joining the WWE has not great, Bob. But they put on their working boots in this one with the clowns.
Nice.
Um, top to bottom, I thought the show was really really well done. I figured out why Omos hasn't been released yet.
Does he do stuff in
He
AAA?
he is the muscle for El Hijo del Vikingo.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't check out the whole show. I saw El Grande Americano's entrance,
That was both of those entrances were great.
and I saw probably about the last 10 minutes of the match. And
Okay.
I do want to go back and watch the whole thing, but I did see the crescendo and the finale basically.
Yeah, it that's one where, and this show, and I know 3CT, um, the summer months are kind of hard to go back and rewatch things if you're not watching them live.
Correct.
That's the one where I will tell you, map out a 30-minute window, sit down, turn the internet off, turn your brain off, and just
Just lock in.
and just enjoy that match.
Okay.
Because that match, from the start of them showing the video package to the entrances to the inevitable crescendo of the finish of the match to Gable being unmasked, absolutely fantastic. The closing shot with El Grande Americano holding up the mask of Chad Gable and the pyro going off at the end was absolutely perfect. I will say, I personally thought that if they were going to do this match, it needed a bigger show.
Okay.
I will hand up accountability, say that I was wholeheartedly wrong.
Okay.
Because if you put that match on a WrestleMania, it's forgotten.
Right.
If you put that match on a AAA Triple Mania show, it's probably not the most important match on the show because you have a world title on that show.
Mm-hmm.
They made this show, specifically that match, the most important match on that show. So I will tell you, yeah, I was wrong, because that match was everything that it needed to be, and it got all the time that it needed to get. And I feel that if you put that on other shows, it doesn't.
Yeah.
So I will say, and I said it in the 3CT chat, and I've said it to both of you in our text message chat. Um, that's the match of the year right now. In my mind, I know Tim mentioned the Konosuke Takeshita Kazuchika Okada match from the Double or Nothing. Great match, but I will say that I will lean the Americanos because of the story
Okay.
that led
Yeah.
into that match. Because here's the thing, we haven't hit it on this show. We've called AEW basically PWG with no budget.
Right.
That match would have happened in 2026 Pro Wrestling Guerrilla if AEW didn't exist.
Right.
They would have blown the budget to get the two of them to have that match in PWG. So I don't think that that's a question. What the fuck is this?
What's that?
So I'm on the X because we're waiting for Joe. The Righteous versus the Hardys in a Wicked Garden match, in which it looks like there's like flowers on one side of the rope, There's flowers and barbed wire on another side. It looks like they just poisoned Jeff Hardy.
Okay.
I am definitely not on enough drugs to watch this right now on the Twitter.
Yeah, that sounds interesting.
Jeff Hardy was tangled up in the barbed wire. That looks painful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds interesting.
TNA is going to TNA.
Apparently.
Wow. All right, I'm gonna send you this this clip so that you can watch it real quick.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot.
It's one of those where it's like if somebody was on something and tried to like just click it through the channels and they got caught on this, you'd be like, what in the actual fuck is this?
Mm-hmm.
They're like, I definitely didn't take enough drugs before watching a match called a Wicked Garden match.
What the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck is right?
All right, when you order your Mountain Dew Pitch Black match on Temu. That's
Not the old Timu Pitch Black.
dude, this looks rough, man.
It, to quote the great Big Jim, not great, Bob.
Yeah, that's there's a lot happening there. I don't
I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
there's a lot of things happening.
Ralph Wiggums is at the back of the bus. I'm in danger.
Yeah, there's just a lot of things happening. A lot of things happening.
All right, Joe just said he'll be on in a few. So, any other tidbits from wrestling that we can kind of
I pointed this out in the news segment on 3CT. AEW has launched a special merch line for Rebel.
Mhm.
The Rebel Heart collection, currently t-shirt and bracelet. If you go to shopaew.com, you can see those there. It is 100% of the profits will be donated to the ALS Association Team Gleason. I think we did mention a couple weeks ago when the news did hit that Rebel was diagnosed with ALS, which is just, I mean, absolutely horrible. So if you feel so led, the Rebel Heart t-shirts are $32. The bracelet is $10. So head over there and grab those if you feel so led. So yeah, because I mean they're um PWTs printed, they go small all the way up to 5X. So feel free to go ahead and grab those because definitely a worthy cause for sure. So we of course wish her the best. It looks like Mick Foley is hinting that he will have one more last match because nobody stays retired in the great sport of professional wrestling,
except for the Undertaker, brother.
Except for the Undertaker. Well, except I mean, he did retire at 34 or
nope,
30.
Nope, because Brock Lesnar did the same thing. He pump faked us.
Oh, so Lesnar was just paying tribute to the Undertaker. That's all.
This guy gets it.
Okay, all right. Well, that's fair. That's fair. He's just paying a tribute. Except for the Undertaker and so far John Cena.
Correct.
Has stayed retired. Now, obviously, a much shorter length of time. And and AJ Styles as well has not come back.
Old Lil Spoon.
Dude, my God, I cannot get over how horrible, how shitty those AEW NFL lucha masks are.
Yeah, they're awful.
They're fucking horrible.
Yeah, they're not great, Bob.
Like, it's like a ski mask with an NFL logo on it. Like, that's horrible looking.
Yeah, those make you want to kind of puke.
For $60. 60 for that hunk of shit.
I can't wait to get the Volano 5 Bengals mask.
Oh my god.
Dude, that is, for those of you at home,
they're horrible.
Why did they just put the Arizona Cardinals logo as the eye and nose of every fucking luchador mask?
Dude, and the Cowboys one is like a dark gray. Pull up the Cowboys one. That might be the worst one.
Hold on, I'll get there.
It's at the very end. It's like on the last.
Nah, that Detroit Lions one is pretty fucking god awful too.
And that one sold out. The Lions sold out. Yeah. Oh my god.
That's awful. That is awful.
Horrible. That's fucking terrible, man. Oh, let's see. Do they still have the?
Oh my god, this Minnesota Viking one. It doesn't even look like it's purple.
Yeah, that's her, dude.
That looks like it's
horrendous.
That looks like it's like a red.
Oh,
like a deep red. That looks awful.
Just
nope.
Horrendous.
Found the worst one, and it's fitting because of just who just came in.
Oh my god. These are horrible.
Oh, it's so terrible. Joe, how do you feel about that, bud?
What kind of snuff film did I just tune into?
Oh my
What in the 8mm are we doing here?
So we were waiting for you to come on because the only thing we really had planned for tonight was the Summerfest stuff. So we didn't want to start without you. So literally we're doing some new stuff, and Jim obviously promoted the very great cause of AEW doing stuff to help Rebel with the ALS support and all of that.
Sure.
So Jim was then on the AEW merch store and said, "Oh my god, these lucha masks are fucking terrible." So we've been playing. Oh my god, these are fucking terrible.
Oh my god.
You couldn't even put the dog on there. You had to put Cleveland Browns.
Oh my god, it's horrendous.
These are so bad. Joe, because you weren't here whenever we showed the Dallas Cowboys one, for a whopping $60, you can get that.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, these fucking things are $60 too.
Wasn't that just Mr. Wrestling 1 through 7?
Basically.
I literally said, man, I can't wait to get the Volano 5 Bengals mask.
Oh my god. But why would you want to wear a Cowboys mask? You're never going to win a championship.
Well, that's true. And that is very true.
Yeah, Joe, tell me that's not giving off Volano 5 vibes.
Is there a Jets one?
That's the one I showed you when you came in.
Oh, that was that?
That was that putrid green one there. I was like, hey, Joe, what's your opinion on this?
Is there a Bills one?
Yes, there is. Hold on.
It can't be worse.
No, the logo actually looks like it's in a better spot than the Jets one was.
I was expecting them to go with a blue mask. So the fact that they went with a red mask, I don't dislike that.
No, I don't either. This one I actually don't despise.
Yeah.
Now, I just want to see if they did one. See, as much as I hate the organization, this just looks like their fucking helmet.
It really does. It really does just look like a Steelers helmet.
Dog shit.
My goodness.
The fact that we've now discussed lucha masks, AEW NFL lucha masks are
crazy.
You know what? While we're on the website, let's play another game. So don't look, Jim.
Okay. All right. I'm leaving it.
Okay. Price is Right rules, closest to the amount without going over.
Oh Lord.
AEW World Tag Team Championship replica belt.
$399.
I mean, if I want to be a dick, I could say $400.
You could.
But I will actually try to get close to the guess. I'm going to guess $525.
The winner is Jim. The number is 600 flat.
Oh, brother.
How about a replica Dynamite diamond ring?
Ooh.
Is it real diamonds?
No.
$95.
I will go with $200.
The correct answer is 150.
Oh,
And that is what the fuck it looks like.
good Lord. It looks like a Cracker Jack toy. Yo, I don't want to hear anybody talk about WWE stealing people's money on merch anymore. I don't want to hear it. Those are horrible.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking awful, dog. It's pretty fucking bad.
Yeah.
All right. Joe, I also mentioned the Lucha Daisy Fuentes match. Anything you want to chime in on that before we
I want to watch that whole show at some point because it seems like it was probably a pretty fun show. Triple A is kind of cooking right now. Go Undertaker for turning out to be a really good booker.
I said
and
this before you came on the show.
yeah,
The best match, the best thing WWE's attached their name to, top to bottom, show wise, since WrestleMania 40.
I bet. I mean, the thing is, like, I tuned in to that. Like, I was able to tune in to the show just as the main event was happening. I don't know how long into it I started watching, but I saw enough to be like, wow, this is the match of the year. This is hard for me to imagine anybody beating because the sheer emotion from the crowd alone. I mean, it was incredible. It was coming through. I was watching it on my phone. I'm not even sitting here watching it on like a big screen TV or anything. I'm sitting here watching it on my iPhone, and the emotion was coming through to that level where I was just like, wow, this is insane. These two men were telling a story and the audience was eating it up. I mean, I feel like maybe I've been lucky enough to be in the building once or twice for something like that, but wow, like that was just incredible to see. So yeah, no, I'm all about that match. I can't wait to watch it again and probably again after that and again after that.
So
If you had told me in the year 2026 that I'd be becoming a AAA fan, I'd have said no because I've tried to become a lucha fan before. I've even been to a lucha show. I was when I went to Mexico City for one day. I'm sure I've told this story before on here. But I went to Mexico City for one night. I was with Jen at the time, my more confused days, and she had to go to Mexico City on business. And I couldn't get off of work, but I could get off for one day, and it was the day before she was coming back. And I was like, you know what? I'm down if you're down. And she was like, yeah. And back in the day, I used to be okay with just getting on a plane for a day. So I got on a plane and I went to Mexico City for a day. Let me tell you, they have questions for you when you come back to America and your last name is Lopez and you were only in Mexico City for 24 hours. They have questions. I went to the little room. All I'm saying, they found
this
nothing.
and this was before Donald was in office.
Yeah, but still post 9/11, it all changed after 9/11 in terms of air flying. But my one caveat with going to Mexico City because it was going to be a Friday was if we go to Mexico City, I want to go to a lucha libre show because Friday nights in Mexico City is like the famous night where they do Arena Mexico. So I actually got to go to Arena Mexico for a CMLL like just normal Friday night show, and it was awesome. It was one of the coolest experiences I've ever had in terms of like going to wrestling shows. I saw La Sombra, who was Andrade, so I got to see him when he was still wearing a mask, much more attractive.
He's much more
All I'm
attractive
saying.
in the mask.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah, I said what I said.
Okay.
So this show currently on Cage Match is rated as an 8.0. The 4 matches that have aired so far, because there were 2 other matches that I think are going to be on the AAA TV show next week, kind of the old school NXT style. The opening match was Ray Phoenix versus Laredo Kid for the Cruiserweight title, 7.68 on 219 total votes.
Okay.
The Latin American Championship, which was El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. versus El Hijo del Vikingo, 5.60 on 162 votes. The reoccurring theme here is the match should have went longer.
Okay.
This match was only 7 minutes and 19 seconds. The opening match was 11:54. Tag title match 5.38 on 155 votes. That was the War Raiders versus Pagano and Psycho Clown. 9:13 the time of the match there. The main event 33 minutes 20 seconds. El Grande Americano versus OG El Grande Americano. 753 total votes on this match.
Nice.
9.53 is the vote as of right now.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll tell you right now, pretty good.
Yeah, by all accounts, it seemed like a widely popular show. Like I said, I saw the entrance of El Grande Americano, and I saw about the last 10 minutes of the match. And yeah, watching it just on my phone, sitting by a fire with Ryan. We were just hanging out at his place, um and yeah, it was unbelievable, the energy and the passion and the emotion in that match and everything. Um so yeah, I do want to try and go back and check out some of the other part of that show. I need to start like reminding myself, because they're weekly. Is it weekly shows that air on YouTube? Is it on Saturdays
I believe so.
that they air? Yeah, like I need to just remember to go on and watch them. I always forget to. Like if I'm around, just go on and watch them. I have to start doing it. Because I've heard it's a ton of fun.
So looking at Cage Match, because that's where I'm at. That mask versus mask match is currently ranked as where the fuck did it go? 9.53. It is the 72nd best match of all time.
Wow.
Notable matches behind it include Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels from WrestleMania. The triple threat match between Shawn Michaels, Triple H, and Name Redacted. The 2018 match, Kenny Omega versus Tetsuya Naito from, that's probably Dominion. And notably ahead of the Hollywood ending match between Mariah May and Toni Storm.
Nice.
So I'm gonna keep an eye on where this match continues to rank throughout the course of like the year.
Yeah, the
as
show
it starts.
itself, and again, this is just, I mean, Cage Match by itself, the show itself, if you search on ratings, is what, the 10th best all time on there?
This show
10th highest rated, yeah.
This is the second highest rated match currently for 2026 on Cage
The
Match.
show for the year is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11th highest ranked show of the year. AAA on Fox, number 16 on May 2nd was ranked higher. AAA on Fox, number 19 on May 23rd was higher. And of course, a Double or Nothing was the highest ranked show of the year so far. But Yeah.
Fascinating enough. Can you you guys probably won't guess the only match that's higher than it in 2026, but it is not the match that Tim said. By the way,
But it is an AEW match, I would guess.
incorrect. It is involving an AEW superstar, though.
So is it something from Japan?
It is.
Is it an Osprey match?
Nope.
Wait.
It's a big one. I think the match was really good.
I assume it's from Wrestle Kingdom. I didn't watch Wrestle
It
Kingdom.
is. It is. But I will say the two wrestlers involved in that match have had better matches against each other.
Wait, is it Okada and Omega?
Okada and Tanahashi.
Tanahashi.
The final in-ring match of Hiroshi Tanahashi's career.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. Yeah.
Like, I will say that's a fantastic match. I don't think it's those two guys have had vastly better matches than that one.
Yeah.
For the record, Konosuke Takeshita versus Kazuchika Okada from Double or Nothing 9.48. So it's right in that.
Okay.
It's right in that genuine scale. All right, let's get Summerfesting. Joe, I know you love to do these things on the seat of your pants because you making a list is about as effective as me going on a diet. But I think because me and Jim both have our shows done, but I also said we should come up with the official Take 3 Wrestling podcast SummerSlam card.
Yes.
So obviously the two world titles, so the WWE and the World Heavyweight, will have to be defended. We'll say those two have to be defended. We'll say both women's titles have to be defended.
Okay.
Those are the only titles that I'm going to say have to be defended.
Both men's worlds and both women's worlds.
Correct.
Okay. I have all four of those on.
Because you know as well as I do, will the IC title be defended on this show? Probably. Will the women's IC title be defended on the show? Probably. Will the women's US title? No, because we don't actually know that one actually fucking exists for a pay-per-view.
Right.
Because that one doesn't get defended on pay-per-view ever. So I guess let's start. We want to get the title matches out of the way first, or do we want to just bounce around?
This is your topic. I'll let you call it. However you, if you want to build up to the title matches, cool. If you want to just let those rip off the jump, we can do that as well.
So let's get the women's title matches out of the way. Then we'll build the rest of the show, and we'll close with the men's, and then we'll see if we can kind of figure what would be our night one and what would be our night two.
Okay.
I'm gonna use WrestleMania's match numbers probably as the realistic, if I had to guess, because I mean there were 7 matches on night 1. There was 6 matches on night 2. I'm gonna just say that we use that foundation.
I have 7 and 6.
Okay, cool. So we'll use that. We'll use that foundation as the for this. Let me open up my spreadsheet so I can write things down accordingly, because I like to keep track of certain things. All right, so Jim, I guess let's start. What would be the women's title match involving Rhea Ripples?
I have Rhea versus Becky on mine. And I have that opening SummerSlam Saturday.
Open up this.
I really only have like the openers and the
Okay.
main as like any sort of correct order, but I have Rhea defending against Becky opening the show.
So, as I'm setting up my spreadsheet right now, Joe, do you have a Rhea Ripley world title match?
I'm gonna be honest. I've watched so little WWE, so I'm gonna just throw some stuff into the wind.
That's fine, because when because it could be things that we want to see happen, but then we could also just put it on our show anyway. So
she's the champion on the SmackDown, right?
she is on the SmackDown.
Okay. Who else is on SmackDown? Is Charlotte Flair on SmackDown? Rhea versus Charlotte Flair. Boom.
I think she is.
She is. They were just kind of frenemies.
I mean, to be fair, WWE gets very creative with that sort of stuff anyway. So
you ain't
I
lying.
feel like that's one of those like marquee matches they can always go back to. They've done it 3 times at WrestleMania.
Right.
You ain't lying. I'm gonna go a little bit off of the beaten path here. I'm gonna say it's Rhea Ripley versus the winner of the Queen of the Ring. They just got called up from NXT. Give me JC Jane from the old Toxic Attraction.
Oh, wait. So is the winners of the King and Queen of the Ring do they get
the winner will be crowned Queen of the Ring and will earn a Women's World Championship match at the Summerfest.
Oh, fuck. Okay. I didn't realize that was a thing. So yeah, I think Becky probably wins and gets that.
So currently her first round matchup will be Alexa Bliss, Chelsea Green, Liv Morgan, and Becky Lynch.
Okay.
The next one, the winner of that will face the winner of Sol Ruca, Lyra Valkyria, Charlotte Flair, Jade Cargill.
Okay.
Io Sky is already on to the semis. She defeated Roxanne Perez, Gulia, and Lash Legend. And the final first round matchup, Kiana James, JC Jane, Raquel Rodriguez, and Bailey.
Okay.
So those are our 3 suggested matches for that title. The other women's title currently held by Lil Liv.
Lil Liv, by the way, for those who are into that sort of thing, if you haven't seen any of Liv's social media activity while over in Europe, do it. I highly recommend it. I'm a big fan of all of the things that are happening over there. To each their own. I have Little Liv defending against Io Sky. Like Io didn't make it onto the WrestleMania card. She needs to get onto the SummerSlam card in a huge way, and I think it's here.
Joseph, do you have anything for Io Sky?
Is she the women's champion?
I'm sorry, Liv Morgan. Sorry.
How about her versus Io Sky?
All right. So the guys have Liv versus Io Sky. I went a little on the different side here. It might be too early for this, but it feels like what we're leaning into. I have her going up against Roxanne Perez.
Okay.
Because they've kind of been doing the whole like Liv Morgan looks down on Roxanne Perez, like she's supposed to be like her big sister, and you can see that Roxanne is getting vastly annoyed by it.
Yeah.
So that's why I went with that. So yeah, give me Liv versus Roxanne.
Okay.
All right, so that's 2 foundations that we have built that we'll inevitably vote on to determine what our actual take 3 match is. So let's just freestyle some wild card matches before we get back to the World Heavyweight title. Jim, I'll let you put out your first wild card.
Man, I have so many too. And like similar to Joe, I think, because I haven't been heavily invested in WWE. Because I feel like my women's title matches, my men's title matches, and one match that's on SummerSlam Sunday, I feel like make a lot of sense. The rest of them could be a little bit interesting or kind of shit thrown at the wall. So I'm going to go with this one. There's a guy who's been out injured for a little while that just tweeted randomly out of nowhere this weekend that he misses wrestling. And that's Kevin Owens.
Eat Owens eat.
So Danhausen has to be on this show. Danhausen, I think, could probably use a partner on this show. So I think Danhausen is going to have like a friend in a box, and it's going to be Kevin Owens in Danhausen makeup. And they're going to put out an open challenge. And this team that's going to answer an open challenge with Danhausen and Kevin Owens is a team that's returning to the WWE. Bada boom, realest guys in the room, Enzo and Cass.
Okay.
Because like this was supposed to be the original 2-night SummerSlam. So I feel like they're gonna want to do some things that are a bit more like fun and surprisey. So yeah, I think this could be fun and surprisey.
I don't hate it. I will say you have me wanting to change my Danhausen match really bad, but I'll list my Danhausen match here.
Okay.
To keep Danhausen in a similar spot. I have Danhausen actually teaming with somebody else. I have him calling up an old pal of his, maybe a gentleman who enjoys some Pepsi,
Oh, okay.
who then calls a friend of his and gets him to come help because Pepsi Phil is going to be a small bit busier on this show, I believe.
Okay. Okay.
Pepsi Phil calls his pal Finn Balor, who
Oh,
just got traded to the SmackDowns.
the Finn Balor's.
So Danhausen and Finn Balor in makeup and all, because why not? They're going to take on the team of Damian Priest and R-Truth for the tag titles. And we somehow walk out of Minneapolis with Danhausen finally having won another checkbox off of that original list. Get WWE title.
I love it.
So 2026 WWE Hall of Famer Danhausen and Finn Balor, your new WWE Tag Team Champions.
I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it at all. Not in the slightest.
I don't understand what the hell just happened.
I just booked Danhausen and Finn Balor to win the tag titles.
But like, how did we get there?
Okay, so they traded Finn to SmackDown.
I knew
was announced
that.
on Raw.
Yes. That
So
I knew.
what I said was
the whole OG Judgment Day is on SmackDown.
correct. So we have Danhausen looking to win a title. He's not going to be involved in the U.S. title picture. He's not going to be involved in the world title picture on SmackDown. What's the other title that makes sense? The tag titles. He's looking for a partner. He tries to get people that he's worked with. Phil. Maybe that's where we see Kevin Owens like on the TV. He tries to talk John Cena out of retirement, and Phil finally gets annoyed and goes, "Fine, I got someone that I can have team up with you." He got his old pal Finn. You call back to the old OG Judgment Day having a moment. R-Truth, you get the tag titles off of him and Damian Priest, and now you can have Damian Priest move into something in the U.S. title or the world title picture, because he still has a lot of tread left on that tire. And then you get the cool, fun Danhausen, Finn Balor title run for a couple weeks, and they drop it to Kit Wilson and The Miz.
There you go.
Joe, do you have a Danhausen match?
See, this is hard because as far as I know, he's just feuding with The Miz and Kit Wilson. That his name?
I mean, he still is technically like involved with them, but not like solely involved in them. He's kind of just branching off and doing Danhausen things.
Okay. Yeah, I know Danhausen will be involved in the show. I don't know that I need him in a match. Let me, let me go with the tried and true tradition of Danhausen having a segment instead.
Don't
Alright,
hate it.
I'll put that over here in the side notes. Joe has Danhausen segment. Okay.
Maybe he could like spend both shows trying to find the Undertaker. Like
Leslie
he
Niel-
like
Leslie
yes.
Nielsen tried that.
Yes, exactly.
I don't hate that. I don't hate that one bit.
Naked Gunhausen.
Okay, so then do you have a extra wild card match that you would like to nominate?
Mm. I don't. Well, how do I know something's a wild card? Oh, you know
Just
what? Let's put the IC title on here. I think the IC title, especially with it being around Penta's waist, is it still?
It is.
yes.
Okay, so especially it being around Penta's waist and how invested WWE still seems to be in Penta, I think that the IC title will end up on the show. And so the IC title at Mania, that was a ladder match, right? So they're not going to do another ladder match. I feel like that's too samey. So maybe it's just like a good old fashioned triple threat match, like we've had some classic IC title triple threat matches. I don't 100% know who you put in that match because again, I haven't really watched. Like I'm still at Saturday night's main event before Clash in Italy, so I don't know necessarily who goes into that division. But if you guys have a couple of suggestions for who fits in there, maybe it makes a good three-way match, like maybe Ethan Page in some capacity. Um, and I don't know who else.
Yeah. So my Intercontinental title, and I don't know if this guy maybe just ends up in there. I have Penta versus Ray Phoenix. I keep hearing
Ooh.
buzz that Ray Phoenix is going to be making his way back. So I'm like, why the hell not?
I don't hate it. I think that's maybe later down the road because he just won the cruiserweight title over there in the AAA.
Oh, well, that's fair. In my defense, I didn't.
No, of course not. I have an IC title match as well. Mine is a fatal 4-way match. I have two of the guys that Joe mentioned, Penta, and then of course Ethan Page. My third member is Javon Evans, and the fourth guy here, he's going to be lost for a little while. He's going to be a little dejected. But you know what could bring this man back? Finally winning the Intercontinental title. He's found a new drive. He's found a new motivation. He's ready, willing, and Gable.
Ooh. I like
Give me
that.
Chad Gable in Minnesota
Oh, he's from there.
winning the Intercontinental title to put
I
himself
didn't even
back on
realize
the
he was
main
from
stage.
there.
Well
Fuck
done.
yeah.
Well played.
Yep.
I love that. Now I'm gonna be mad if that doesn't happen.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Because you could have him on the show the next couple of weeks just being dejected and going
Yeah.
through the motions because he just doesn't have the mask on anymore, and he's got to come back to being Chad Gable.
Mm-hmm.
And then someone just clicks it like, yo, Chad Gable's a fucking badass. Stop with this bullshit. Be Chad Gable.
Love it.
So yeah, sign me up. Sign me up for all the Chad Gable.
Yeah, holy crap. I want in on that. That's great.
I do have a US title match
Okay.
on my show. This is the multi-man car crash for me.
Okay.
This is Trick Williams. This is Carmelo. This is Ilya. This is Sami Zayn. Probably another member. I don't even fucking remember who's else is involved in that title picture right now because there's so many of them. This could start one of two ways in my head. It could start as like the open invitational challenge majigger. And then everyone tries to come out and they just say, all right, well, we're gonna do a multi-man match at the show. Or this happens with in the men's tournament, Trick Williams gets pinned by Damian Priest, or someone cost him that in that fatal 4-way. The other member that I'm going to put in there is the guy who I think actually walks out with the title here. It's Ricky Saints.
Ricky Saints. Okay. So I have a U.S. title. I have a car crash match, but it's not a men's title.
Oh, okay.
So we'll get there eventually.
Yep.
My U.S. title, Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes, just straight up.
If it is that, I am.
Yeah, I went a little bit
with Trick Mello gang.
Yeah, that one was one that I stayed kind of a bit more paint by numbers on. Because that one to me makes the most sense. But I don't hate a car crash if we end up getting there.
Correct. Joseph, do you have a U.S. title match?
Who's the U.S. Trick Williams? He's the U.S. champion.
Trick is the champion. He won it at the WrestleManias from Samuel Zayn.
Right, I remember that. I saw that.
You did.
I was even awake.
Surprisingly.
Yeah, it's impressive for me. So Trick Williams defend the title. You know what? Let's have him defend the title against Carmelo Hayes.
All right. So you took the Jim answer. Excellent. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right. Next up, Jim. Shoot us one.
You know what? So we were talking car crash matches. Mine is the women's intercontinental.
Okay.
Ladder match. So I'm gonna have Sol Ruka, your
new
women's intercontinental champion, taking on Bailey, Ivy Nile, Natty, Lyra Valkyria, Maxime Dupree, and Roxanne Perez.
All right. So you have Sol, Bailey, Natty, Lyra, Ivy, Maxine, Roxy. All right. Joe, do you have anything for the women's IC title?
I like what Jim just did. I'm going to have what he's having.
All right. So we'll have a second helping of that. I went a little bit more, I'm not going to say simplistic. I do not have Becky Lynch going back after this title. Okay. But because of what happened in a backstage segment on Monday night with Sol and Bailey and Lyra, I have that as a triple threat match.
Okay.
Sol versus Bailey versus Lyra. Maybe Lyra and Bailey have a number one contenders match that goes to a no contest or something along those lines. You know, friendly competition isn't bad between a tag team. That's how we get there.
Okay.
So I had a tag title match on the show. And then the news of Logan Paul Logan, and the Kid Leroy, you know, oh, well, Braun Breaker can just have the tag title.
Right. The Freebird rule.
So that doesn't really work for me, Scoot, because I have Braun Breaker doing something else.
Okay.
So what I will say is, this is where they get a new member of the Vision.
Oh, okay.
Who that person is, I don't know yet.
Okay.
So I'm on the fence because you could do something crazy, and you could call up like Tony D'Angelo and let Tony D'Angelo be part of the Vision.
Tony D's nuts.
Tony D's nuts.
What about
You
Grayson Waller?
that was one that I've been going with, especially now that the New Day have been Kaputnik. And then I started thinking to myself, what if there's someone who's out that could join the Vision? And there's a certain fella who may need a heel turn in his life.
Okay.
So my tag title match is Austin the Kid Leroy and the newest member of the Vision, Shamoose, versus the Street Profits.
Okay. Okay.
I know it doesn't sound very interesting on paper, but Sheamus being the big brooding son of a bitch to Austin Theory's flying around the ring could be a lot of fun.
Well, and I don't hate it because I also feel like at this point he needs to not be like a featured player because he just keeps getting hurt when he is.
That's another
kind of
thing.
a tag team guy, minimal work, minimal bumps, a little safer.
Yeah, but wait a second here. He keeps getting hurt after everything, and you want to put him in the Vision?
Well,
Where they all get hurt?
Yeah, it's perfect. They already have the best healthcare. Duh.
He's going to be the anomaly. He's going to be the unhealthy guy that stays healthy.
No, the Kid Leroy hasn't gotten hurt yet.
Well, not yet.
Then Joe came around and pulled a hamstring.
I mean, not to speak ill of the beloved here, but not yet.
Paul Heyman hasn't gotten hurt.
I mean,
he just walks around like a walrus.
Honestly, I feel like he's predisposed to something. Diabetes.
You ain't lying.
Injury. Also diabetes.
Early onset stage 1 diabetes. Jim.
What are we doing?
I put this tag title match on there, so I'm gonna ride with it because I had it on there.
I don't hate it. All right, I'll just go. I mean, yeah, I'll go the Vision. Yeah, I could see them adding like a Grayson Waller or something like that. I think we're still going to see them in the Street Profits doing things. So I just have them versus the Street Profits for the tag titles. And yeah, I'll say Grayson Waller is a new member.
Okay. I'm gonna assume that Joe's gonna do anything in his power to make sure the Kid Leroy gets on this show. So
yeah, I'm gonna be more straightforward with it. I'll just do Theory and Braun Breaker versus the Profits.
That sounds like such a waste of Braun Breaker.
Yeah, but I mean, not everybody could be in the main event.
Not disagreeing, it just still feels underwhelming for him. Because it's like, obviously, that doesn't feel like it's the first thought process. This really feels like it should have been Theory and Logan Paul, but I get it. I'll take the low-hanging fruit here that no one's mentioned yet. I'll take Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar 3.
Yeah, I have that. But like I was thinking, it's got to be some sort of stipulation. 2 out of 3 falls where Oba should just take should win the first 2. He should be the one that just doesn't eat a fall. Or just something. Have a fucking big meaty men at the top of the mountain match or something, some goddamn make up a new stipulation for these two fucking behemoths.
Oh my God. It's time for the return of the Punjab prison.
No, never.
But yeah, I don't just need a singles man, but I don't want it to be, you know, if Brock wins, he gets to call himself the ruler. If Oba wins, Brock retires. Like, don't do something fucking lameo like that. Like, let's actually put some, like, I the reason I think I'd like to see 2 out of 3 falls is, these guys have had 2 relatively short matches with each other, and I want to see these dudes work. I think you give them a chance to work. I think that would be a lot of fun.
I think the two of them in a last man standing match would be a lot of fun too.
Yeah, I would agree.
Some kind of stipulation like that, last man standing. I hate the I quit stipulation. I think it's stupid, so I won't use that one. But Joe, do you have an Oba Brock thought process?
I think they're gonna fight.
What if they put them in the cage and do the fucking Matt Riddle match?
No, honestly, I like give me at most like last man standing. I'm okay with that.
I just thought about them. They put him in the fucking like octagon thing that they
what
built.
the fuck was that?
The fight den or something.
Yeah, was it Fight Pit?
Yeah, that's what it was. The fight pit.
Yeah, I love, dude, and because I think, have they done that in a big? I know they've done it in NXT, and I know they did it during the pandemic.
They did it during something because somebody returned after the match. Was that Bray's return? That was in Philly. It was
Matt Riddle versus Seth Rollins. That's right.
And then Bray returned after.
That's right. Yeah, okay. So they have done it on the big stage. So yeah, because I think that this match is going to open Sunday again on ESPN. So you can create the fight pit, have it open the show, and then transition back to the regular ring while you're running commercials and all of that.
All the other dumb shit you have to do.
Yeah.
All right. So I've gotten this far in the card, and I don't have a Seth Rollins match yet.
Okay.
And I was thinking to myself, what can we do here? And I know Seth's kind of been aligned a little bit with the Profits, and I thought, okay, maybe we do a 6-man tag. Maybe we do a third member, Theory and Breaker versus Seth and the Profits. And then I'm like, well, maybe not. Maybe that doesn't sound as much fun. So this is where I was like, I don't know what I should do. So let's kind of go back to a thought process that could be entertaining. As my wife is bringing me snacks.
Oh, love snacks.
Thanks, babe.
Hi, Carol.
Jim said hi. She said hi. Give me.
I thought she was the snack.
She's the whole meal.
Not on air,
Joe. So give me Seth Rollins versus Jey Uso.
Oh fuck! I don't have Jey Uso on my card. Okay. I have a Seth Rollins match, but I'll get to that later. So you use that as you will. I have. Let me go to this one. It feels like all signs will eventually point to this match. Hopefully she can be healthy in time for it. Nikki Bella versus Paige with Brie Bella as the special referee.
Now is the other half of the tag title on the line?
If they are still the women's tag champions at that point, yes.
Okay.
If they are not, then obviously no. But yeah, if they're still tag champions, which I think they probably will be, let's be fair. Yeah. The Paige's women's tag title is on the line.
Okay. Joe, do you have a
Wait. Are they feuding with each other now? Like,
no?
Well, Nikki's been out hurt,
yeah, that I know.
but like, Nikki was supposed to be in the tag title match at WrestleMania, brings back Paige. Everybody's all happy. Paige wins the title with Brie. In my like booking world, Nikki is sitting at home and just getting mad and jealous because Paige has the title and the merch and everything she was supposed to have all this time.
Okay.
So she's going to
Okay.
come back, kind of turn on Paige a bit.
So
and-
I'm gonna borrow from your idea.
Okay.
And I'm also gonna borrow from what I think was one of the greatest angles that I've ever seen on WWE pay-per-view. And I'm gonna say it's Nikki Bella and a mystery partner versus Brie and Paige with the titles on the line.
Okay.
And Nikki's mystery partner ends up being Brie Bella.
Oh.
And they turn on Paige and they put the titles onto the Bellas.
I really
It's
like that.
it's the Cody Rhodes turning on Bob Holly to join with Ted DiBiase Jr.
Hey, I got an
angle.
idea. Put title on me, I'll kick everyone's ass. All right, hardcore, calm down.
I fucking love that, Joe.
I always thought that was a brilliant angle anyway. And honestly, this is a very key opportunity to rerun that angle where it makes sense.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Let's go in. I have Brie and Paige defending the tag titles because I don't think the heel turn comes, but I think they drop the belts before Nikki's cleared.
Okay.
So I have a fatal 4-way. Brie and Paige versus Charlotte and Alexa versus the Irresistible Forces versus SmackDown's newest tag team, U.S. champion Tiffany Stratton and her new good friend Chelsea Green.
Ah, okay.
So we somehow get the U.S. title onto a pay-per-view without the title actually being defended on a pay-per-view.
Hey, I like it.
Those are my wild card matches. I have no more wild card matches left. I don't know if you do, Jim.
I mean, I have two more matches that are title matches, but are not the men's world and the men's WWE title.
Okay.
One of them is a women's US title.
All right.
I have Tiffy Time defending against Blake Monroe.
Okay.
And then I have the WWE tag titles, which I guess is the Friday night SmackDown ones. Priest and Truth in a triple threat versus Fraxium and Los Garza.
All right.
Which that match could very easily be like SummerSlam Friday.
Yeah.
Whatever the hell they're going to call that now.
Probably. All right. So let's go to the world title matches because that's why we're here.
Did Joe, did you have any others before?
Oh, yeah.
No, I mean, I'm just making this up as I go along. So.
Okay.
All right. World Heavyweight Championship currently held by the head of the table. Road and Range.
I have This is my Seth Rollins match.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, I have Roman versus defending against Seth.
Yeah, like the one thing that's come across my social media that's happened in WWE in the last week involved Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. So like that feels like probably where they're going with this.
Probably should have been Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes when they had their exchange at Clash in Italy, where they both looked at each other like, "I'll see you in a couple weeks at Night of Champions."
Yeah, no, I didn't see that.
Well, my World Heavyweight title match is a little different because mine involves the winner of the King of the Ring.
Okay.
I mean, I thought mine did too.
Well, it might, but you may also have somebody else from SmackDown. I don't know. Neither one of you said. I have a different person winning the King of the Ring finals than you guys do, then. Let's put it that way. This man will probably get a little bit of assistance from a de facto, not really a member of the Vision, but a member of the Paul Heyman Dangerous Alliance. Because Braun Breaker is going to win his quarterfinal match. His semifinal match is going to be against Obafemi, who I think Brock Lesnar helps him beat. And then I think Braun Breaker finally beats Seth Rollins clean.
Ooh,
Give me Braun Breaker to win the King of the Ring. Give me Roman Reigns versus Braun Breaker as your SmackDown, as your SummerSlam main event.
okay.
That's why I do not have Braun Breaker as the member of the Vision teaming up with Theory to take on.
I don't hate it.
Yeah, no.
I mean, it fits too because SummerSlam's always kind of been the show where they give the younger guy the chance.
Was kind of my thought process. Like Roman versus Seth feels like a great WrestleMania Night 1 main event in Riyadh. If they can't get
Dwayne.
Correct.
If they can't get Rock and Austin.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yo, has anyone told them yet that Mankind won't make it?
Mrs. Foley's baby boy is going to have a match with MJF.
Mrs. Foley's baby nephew is going to have to wrestle that one.
Mrs. Foley's baby boy's baby girl's boyfriend, Frank the Clown.
Oh,
will have
God.
to have a match done.
Oh, man. Never mind. I was going to say something real bad.
Yep. I know you were. The views
and
opinion of
I don't have a graphic for myself because I stopped myself. But yeah, you can probably imagine what I was gonna say. I shouldn't even thought it, but here we are.
The more you know.
Do.
All right, so the World Heavyweight Championship has been set. The WWE Championship currently held by the Nightmare Narcotic, Cody Rhodes.
CM Punk's not getting jacked for nothing, right? Like this feels like Cody versus the Pepsi Man. By the way, have you seen the photos of this dude? Just getting all yoked and shit in the gym.
Chicken and rice.
My God. Dude looks great. Get it in. Do your thing, dude.
Joseph, do you have Cody Rhodes versus Phil from Chicago?
No, I think they're going towards a world where it's Cody Rhodes versus Sami Zayn.
Oh.
Okay.
I kind of like that.
That could be a fun little contest.
Yeah.
That being said, I guess I'm going to be the vanilla ice cream of this show. They're just running back Cody Rhodes and Gunther.
They probably will.
I mean, the whole end of the match at Clash in Italy was schmozzy at best.
I didn't watch, so
I was gonna say some of us haven't seen it yet.
I'm sorry. It's been 3.5 weeks, and ESPN has ran the clip on SportsCenter like 378
that's fair.
times.
I also don't watch ESPN.
We've reached the world where spoiler alerts don't exist anymore.
Well, yeah, I mean, whatever. I knew Cody retained. So
It wasn't a not clean finish, but like, oh look, his foot magically ended up underneath the rope, and the ref stopped counting at one point.
Oh, you know what? I did see that on
like there was. It wasn't like a schmoz finish, but it wasn't like oh look at this clean finish that we got.
right.
Whatever.
Right.
It just means they're going to run that match back, and that's all that means to me. Is that's exactly what they're going to do. It's the easiest thing to do. The two of them are going to have great match. I don't think that's in question. So, I already used Sammy in my U.S. title match. I actually have Phil being off because that match is going to take place. I do think so, Jim. I think you're absolutely right. That match takes place in November at Survivor Series.
Okay.
That's your world title match that isn't involving of the War Games.
Got it.
So, all right. So now the fun part. Now we got to try to put this bitch together. What is our Rhea Ripley match? Let's just go through in order, and then we'll move them onto the card. Do
we want to think about these for next week?
Okay.
Like, do we want to send us?
I'll send you the screenshot of everything,
and then we can kind of mull them over a bit into next week.
I'm in because there won't be much to talk about next week either.
Yeah, not really.
I'm okay with that. Hold on, let me take a picture of it while I'm thinking about it.
Sweet.
Because if not, I'll fucking completely forget. Like, I forgot about fantasy wrestling for like.
Yeah,
Well, it didn't help that fucking Tim's out to like a 800,000 point lead.
Yeah, that doesn't help us.
No, not at all.
I feel like he cheats because he watches all the Japans and.
Well, I will say it's hard to beat him. And I gave it a good run for about the first like.
Hey, I was in the lead for like 1 week.
So after Raw, this is just after Raw this week. He is at 497 points. I'm at 414. Joe is at 233. Jim's at 227. I've scored 84 points from Atticus Cogar since I picked him up. He's the current GCW World Champion.
Okay.
He's got 96 points from Mystico. He's got 35 from Takeshita, 28 from Kyle Fletcher, who actually lost like 10 points when he got hurt. Oh, and then he still has Roman Reigns and Oleg Bolton, who are like walking 30-pointers. Yeah. I just got absolutely fucking kicked right in the nuts. So yeah. All right. So we'll pause the Take 3 Summerfest until next week. We'll do we'll start the show with that next week. Does anybody else have anything fun we want to dabble on real quick before we go?
Well, wrestlers of the week.
Well, besides that, I feel like you should ask Joe the 3-count question of the week. I think his answer would be a lot of fun because I don't think he knows what the question is.
Oh, yeah. So, 3-count question of the week this week is if you could take a wrestler right now, any wrestler, make them 10 years younger than what they are currently and 100% healthy. Who are you taking?
I will say, when you guys were talking about this, I was trying to type something out, and then I was like, wow, this is way too long to type. I don't think eliminating 10 years of their history was what you were saying.
No, I think
because they were like,
yeah, I think Tim kind of misconstrued that. Like he was literally erasing 10 years. I'm just saying if you could just make somebody 10 magically, because again, it's fantasy booking.
Instead of them being 57, they're 47.
Right. Like my example, the first name that came to my mind was Kurt Angle.
Mm-hmm.
So give me 47-year-old, 100% healthy Kurt Angle in 2026. Like,
Yeah, you don't erase Perk Angle. It still happened.
like whether it's in WWE or if he goes to AEW, there's going to be a lot of good that comes out of a 47-year-old, because CM Punk is 47. Like, I mean, I would take 100% healthy CM Punk, because let's be fair, that dude is beat up. But and give me him at 37 at this point. But
Yeah.
Yeah, Kurt Angle at 47 right now, I'm in. But
Oh,
Joe,
100%.
is he with it? Did he fall asleep? He's been muted for a while.
Oh, he's here.
Oh, he's here. So yeah, if you could take any wrestler, make him 10 years younger, 100% healthy, who you got?
So they'd be active now.
Yeah, they'd be active now.
There were some good answers on 3CT.
There was.
I'm trying to think, because like I'd want to go with someone who feels like maybe they were ahead of their time. You know, like not necessarily not like, oh, Kurt Angle, because Kurt Angle, because you get him in the ring with so many guys now. Like, yes, that'd be fun, but like Kurt also like had a lot of contemporaries that he was great against and stuff. Like, I'm trying to think of someone maybe from like the early 90s in WWE who I might say Mr. Perfect.
Well, no, because he did.
Oh, but someone's got to be alive.
Yeah, so like, it would have to be somebody. Would have to be somebody who was living. Now, the
So I think
question
I'm
was,
misunderstanding the question.
yeah.
Okay, so my example, and my example was Nigel McGuinness.
Okay.
I took Nigel McGuinness because if you took 10 years off of Nigel's life right now, he'd be 40. 40-year-old, perfectly healthy, 100% Nigel McGuinness in AEW would be an absolute fucking weapon.
Wait, Nigel's 50?
He just turned 50.
Holy shit.
I just looked it up. January 23rd, 1976, the tender age of 50.
Dang.
Okay, so it's someone that's active wrestling right now.
Someone that could be active. I mean, if you want to take 10 years off of Sting's career and give him another 8 years in AEW where he wrestles 4 times a year, you can.
Because Kurt Angle obviously has been retired for quite a bit here, but he is only 57 years old. So 10 years younger, he'd be 47, fully healthy. He's the same age now as CM Punk is, if he's 47.
Wow.
Right? That's wild to think about.
That is wild to think about. Interesting. Flair's still old no matter what.
Yeah.
Factual. I can't even argue that one. That's 100% factual.
I
Like,
mean,
I even said Jay Briscoe. Like, if we could bring Jay Briscoe back.
Right, like if somebody has passed in the last 10 years, if you want to get real technical with it and erase them passing in the last 10, I kind of like gave leeway there.
How about, I'm going to say this person, because giving them back 10 years probably means giving them back a lot of the injuries that they've gotten in that 10 years. And, he's always been one of my favorite wrestlers. He's definitely taken some risks he probably didn't need to for the sake of my entertainment and everyone else's. Maybe he makes some different decisions. But like, what about like Kevin Owens?
Yeah, I think that's a great answer.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's an absolutely great answer. The wild thing is, when you said you mentioned Ric Flair, he would be 67 if you take 10 years off his life.
That man's only 77.
Yeah, that's
his
crazy.
liver is 307.
Yeah.
But like, if you could make Ric Flair 67 years old and perfectly healthy, the scary part is that dude could actually probably A 67-year-old Ric Flair in perfect health probably has some good matches. And
Yeah.
Ric Flair versus Sting one more time at
Let it
Starrcade.
go,
I
let
mean
it ride.
AEW.
Yeah, let it ride. Because yeah, Kevin Owens would be 32. You give me a healthy 32-year-old Kevin Owens right now.
He'd be main eventing on one of the brands.
Yeah, like absolutely. And not that I ever want him out of WWE because I do feel like he's become a WWE guy. But you put 32-year-old healthy Kevin Owens in AEW, dude's a fucking unit over there.
If you put 32-year-old healthy Kevin Owens over there, he makes John Moxley look like a bitch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dean
On the
Ambrose is
microphone.
tucking tail coming back to WWE.
Yeah. He rolls if he
Yeah.
was in AEW at 32 fully healthy.
Yeah, without question. Without question. I know Big E was brought up.
Yep.
On WWE. Tim said Kota Ibushi.
Adam Cole Bebe was another one that got
Mark
brought up.
Adam Cole. Matt, obviously, with what is probably the most the best answer right now, and that was Rebel. With the recent ALS diagnosis. Even just the clean bill of health.
Yeah.
Not even the 10 years younger part. Obviously we would hope that for anybody. We hope that for Jeff Cannonball as well.
Oh yeah.
And I'm trying to think some of the other names. No, obviously when the question about could you bring someone back that passed in the last 10 years, Bray Wyatt was mentioned in the comments. Daniel Bryan was mentioned in the comments. Keith Lee mentioned in the comments as well. So yeah, some really, really good answers. Really good answers. I mean, selfishly, this one just came to Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that dude gets hurt all the time.
Yeah, just for the clean bill of health.
And he's 40. You can give me a 30-year-old Seth Rollins and healthy. Dang. But yeah, I would take just healthy 40-year-old Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Give me give me the 100% never getting hurt or never been hurt. Like we can make the rest of that work.
Zero time seeing his knee go this way.
Yeah, I'm all in.
Another one I got for you is from a kind of a different angle. Just because I think that WWE should have gotten in on this guy 10 years earlier than they did. LA Knight.
Yes, I think that's a great.
I feel like WWE doesn't get as invested in him as they could because they know they've got a 57-year-old on their hands.
Right. It's a short shelf life.
Right. Like, if you're telling me, I don't know how old he actually is. He's got to be in his 40s, though. If you're telling me you could probably look it up real fast.
Yeah.
But whatever it is,
43.
43?
Yeah.
Wow, we're the same age. I feel like I look better. Anyway, you take a 43-year-old who's only got so much time left, subtract 10 years, and all of a sudden he's a 33-year-old with a potential decade plus long run left. You make that guy your champion.
Well, it's funny that you say LA Knight. I was scrolling through the TikTok and the IG reels earlier, and the Chris Van Vliet interview that he did, where he came up for the dark match that ended up inevitably getting him paired up with the Maximum Male Models. And like Vince really liked his character and the pop and everything. And then Vince got on the headset during the match, which according to the people that have told him this story doesn't happen very often. And Vince was like, well, how old is he? And I guess at the time he was like 39. And someone said that to him, and Vince just looked at him and was like, oh.
Right.
Like, oh, he could be a great manager. And I guess they sold him the Maximum Male Models that he was going to come in as like Roddy Piper. He was going to be a manager for a little while. Then he was going to wrestle some matches and then inevitably just be a wrestler.
Roddy the Piper.
And I was just like, I don't think that works, John Cena.
Right.
Because I think if you wait too long to break him away from just being the manager, he's going to be 45 at that point.
Right.
So yeah, I think the LA Knight's a great pick as well. I thought about since the 3CT show went off, I thought about and this is one Joe can attest to it. I don't know his age off the top of my head. Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Oh yeah.
Like if you took 10 years off of him, and even if you
49,
left him,
so he'd be 39.
but even if you left him in New Japan at 39, because he is the president of New Japan, like just the Forbidden Door matches that he would have with members of the AEW roster, the once or twice a year that they work together, would be absolutely crazy. Kenny Omega without the diverticulitis.
Right.
You give him a clean bill of health. That guy's been beat to shit in
What
match.
what if we take 10 years off of Kane just to get him out of office?
No. See, you're doing the Tim thing where you guys think we subtract 10 years of existence. We just take 10 years off of. So he would actually just be 10 years younger in office.
Yeah, like
no,
it's
boo that.
it's still 2026. They're just 10 years younger.
See, once I knew I explained it like that, Joe would have understood it perfect.
Like, you know what? I'm good.
That's second thought. And we don't even have to deal with them over here in Florida.
Florida.
All right, wrestlers of the week. Joe?
Bro, I couldn't tell you a thing that happened in pro wrestling in this.
Sure you could. Sure you could.
You can tell us one thing that happened.
You can tell us one mask that happened. Thing that happened this week.
So give me El Grande Americano.
There you go.
But the one that won.
Yes. Jim?
Let's go to Clash in Italy, your new women's Intercontinental Champion, Solruka.
New IC champion. I'll take the guy. He retained his AEW World Championship, but did hyperextend his knee in the match. Still champion MJF.
Okay.
You got one more in you, Joe?
I'm just gonna go ahead and assume Roman Reigns is still the champion. So one ups.
Roman Reigns retained title in Tribal Combat.
Acknowledge me.
I still think Jacob's a double agent.
I think so too. Just from the little clippies that I've seen.
Mm-hmm. Jim, your final selection.
Let's go with your new AAA World Cruiserweight Champion, Rey Fenix.
New AAA Cruiser Champ. My final selection for this week will be, as I go back to my rusty trusty cage match. I can tell you what it isn't. I definitely can tell you it's not the Righteous for that stupid ass match they did on TNA. Picture of that was awful.
That was something.
This guy retained his NXT title in a match against Cam Hendricks. Give me old Tony Gabagoo.
There he is.
Might as well show some love over to the NXTs. Not the MFTs. We don't like Solo Sikoa over here. Joe, you got anything to plug before we get the hell out of here?
No, not at the moment.
No new Joe Movie podcast?
No, we haven't recorded one in a few weeks. We have a lot to catch up on. It's been an interesting time at the box office.
Have you watched He-Man yet?
No, I'm going to see it on Saturday, and then I'm going to see Scary Movie 6 next Tuesday.
It's so good. We saw it in IMAX.
I can't wait.
Right? Like, I'm not even the biggest He-Man Masters of the Universe fan. We went with intern Mark and his kids, and Mark, I have never seen Mark so happy. He was like, I think I saw like 6-year-old Mark come out last night.
I could tell he was on the show tonight with the fucking sword.
Oh my god, he bought. I think he bought every specialty merchandise item they had. He bought both souvenir cups, the Castle Grayskull and Snake Mountain popcorn buckets. He bought a hat, and then his daughter got him, or I think his daughter ended up buying one of the popcorn buckets. His son bought the tin, and then his son bought him the sword, which which doubles as a drink cup.
I was gonna say, is the sword a cup?
Yeah, the sword is a cup. It twists and like fills up the length of the sword.
So much sweet tea.
Yeah, but like, yeah, I mean, dude did not hide money yesterday. I will
can't hide it, won't hide it.
I looked at the Castle Grayskull popcorn bucket and I was like, I think I might need that. And I asked the guy, how much is that? He goes, $60. Go, I don't think I need that.
No,
the movie was fantastic.
Trust me, Carol sent me a message today. They announced that starting next week, the popcorn bucket for the summer is Lightning McQueen.
Oh, son of
Oh,
that's awesome.
Because it's the 20th anniversary of Cars.
Okay, well,
so when we go, I'll shoot you a message. But yeah, here's basically the still shot.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So yeah, needless to say,
Mike's buying a popcorn bucket.
My ass is buying 2 popcorn buckets because if you think Jackson's going to leave one of them alone, you've lost your mind.
That is true.
So yeah, you can just go ahead and put. I just tried to send
put me down for a double.
Yeah, put me down for 2. Utah.
I'm hoping that because Matt and his wife are headed out to Disneyland, I'm hoping they have the Sam the Eagle popcorn buckets out there. That's my.
Oh, that's cool.
That's the one I'm hoping to acquire this summer. Anyway, yeah, Joe Movie Podcast. Joe, you have to let me know about the movie when you see it.
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. Well, good talking to you, Joe.
You too. Good night, guys.
Bye. You can get me 3 Count Thursday. You know the deal. 3CT. The live show was live this today. Jesus Christ, I'm so tired.
Today.
We have the Tuesday show coming out on Tuesday. We talk about food. We do some more Keep 3 Cut 5s, and we mix in some other things. So make sure you check that out. Subscribe everywhere. Huddle Up and Discussion with a Nobody, kind of in hiatus. Been a crazy couple of weeks here for me. So we'll see if anything comes of that here in June.
I'm having an issue. My Instagram won't let me send anything.
That's weird. Let me see if I can.
I've been trying to send you the popcorn bucket. It just keeps saying fail to send, fail to send, fail to send. So
I was getting that yesterday with somebody. So maybe they're just having issues.
I just closed Instagram. I'll send you the bucket later. You saw what it looks like. Yeah. So you can follow the show at Take the Number 3 Wrestling. You can follow me at They Call Me Burn. It's been nuts because like I've wanted to record so many episodes of Sunny Days and Double Plays, but every time I try to sit down to record, I can't because it's just one thing after another. I got your reel, but I don't know why it won't let me send anything. That's fucking stupid.
I don't know.
So yeah, I haven't even really been able to keep up with that because new stuff going on at work. So it's been kind of a disaster for me right now with the podcasting game. Hopefully that changes in the very near future. But we appreciate you guys hanging out with us and helping us map out the roadmap to Minneapolis. Join us next week where we will actually determine the final Take 3 Wrestling card for Summerfest Night 1 and Night 2 from US Bank Arena or Stadium, whatever the fuck they want to call it over there in Minneapolis. Until then, for Joe and Jim, I'm Mike. We'll see you next week on the Take 3 Wrestling Podcast.